Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and we went ahead and recorded an entire workout for Brittany and I today. We got all the footage up here for you guys, give you guys an idea of what we're doing. I'm down a pound, almost a pound this week. So pretty much hovering just a hair over 231. So down from 250, so almost 19 pounds down. Still maintain a decent strength, and that was my goal. My goal was to say, okay, how fast can I lose body fat while still maintaining my strength at 40 years old and without blasting a bunch of drugs? That was pretty much my goal, and so far I've been successful. Like 19 pounds down, hell, I could lose another 19. I could lose another 20. I could do that. Doing the same thing I've been doing. I've done that in probably, just over 2 months? I think that's a sustainable pace. I'm going to keep it up. Here I am doing a little clean and push pressing for you guys. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. These felt a little heavy today. And I know people are like, dude, that's only 185. You're just doing sets of 5. Using a little leg drive. I know, but it felt heavy today. And, that's just the reality of it. I ended up doing late night cardio last night before bed. And, sometimes that affects me the next morning a little bit, but it is what it is. It still felt heavy, and it shouldn't have been that heavy for me. But I still lifted it, and that's the point. And that's what you're looking for when you're cutting. You're trying to maintain the weights you're normally using without having to grind anything. Brittany, of course, has detrained a lot. Like I was explaining last time, she was doing... due to her new working schedule and everything and all the extra projects she undertook, she detrained for like a month. And so her strength has kind of dropped a bit, and we're going to rebuild that back up. Even this, her bench press, we're not going that heavy. This is light for her. She's just doing some triples, again, just to start rebuilding. So that's not particularly heavy for her. She probably could have done 5-6 rep sets also, but it's about rebuilding everything without injuring herself. And she's lost a lot of upper back strength that we need to work on. And you know what? I just put these in the order we filmed them in. This time I decided not to bunch her stuff at the end. We just did it as we went. So she was bench pressing while I was doing my push presses. So yeah, I mean, these, they just felt tough today. What else can I say? I'm in the middle of losing weight. I'm down 19 pounds. These just felt heavy, is what it is. I think once my body weight stabilizes, whatever I decide to get to, whether that's 210, 200, I don't know. I haven't set an actual goal there. I just know that I want to lose body fat while maintaining as much strength and endurance as I possibly can. So I don't have a set goal. People keep asking that, what weight are you going to get to? I don't know. I'll know when I get there. I don't plan on quitting that journey anytime soon. But for me, I find when it comes to anything body weight or physique oriented, I find that the more specific I set my goals, that I'm one of those people, I'm less likely to go through with it. Because when I see something with an end in sight, I don't want to keep doing it. For me, it's got to be something that's about the journey. And what I'm doing right now with my diet and cardio and everything else, I'm comfortable with, and I'm just enjoying the process, and I don't feel like it's detracting from my life in any way. I don't feel like I'm really sacrificing anything. And so for me, I don't have a set goal. I'm just going to keep losing body fat until I feel like I'm tired of losing body fat. And for me, sometimes with something like that, that's the way to approach it, because I'm not a physique competitor. I don't have the mindset of a physique competitor. So I don't set goals like that. I'm just going to continue on that journey, keep increasing my stamina with cardio, keep eating clean, keep my fat relatively low on most days, other than days where I want some chicken wings or something, or some extra fajitas, and just roll with it. And see if I can maintain as much strength as possible. Then when I get to a stable body weight, I'll start gaining strength again. That's the beauty of it. And if I lose a little strength, I lose a little strength. You can't beat yourself up over stuff like that. It's the fact that you're trying to maintain that strength. So here we got Brittany again doing her third set. Notice she's dipping to the right there with the bar, and that's because she's struggling to get tight again. She's struggling to pull the bar apart. And if you're dipping to one side like that, the best thing you can possibly do is learn to pull your scapula in tighter and pull the bar apart harder. And, it is what it is. Some of her sets she did better than others. Now, the deadlift, we were worried about this because she had struggled even with a trap bar with 135 a week ago. So we were a little worried about this, but she threw 135 on the bar. She's like, I could easily go heavier. Now, some people are going to be like, she's hyperextending probably too much at the top. Yes, she is, and I said something to her about that. So she's still learning to deadlift again. She hasn't deadlifted with a normal bar in 2 months. And she was hitting 200 pounds for training maxes a couple months ago, 2 to 3 months ago. So we've regressed a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to build it back up. So I just had her do 3 sets of 3 with this, and we'll probably, next time she does these on camera, we'll probably increase the weight a little bit. I might never go to 155. And I think she'll bounce back just fine. She had a few days off from work. She didn't do any extra projects, no real side projects, none of her various freelance endeavors, to let her body recover so that she can start rebuilding the strength that she lost. Because what had happened, she started too much work, just too many different projects at too many times, and then her sleep got interfered with. She wasn't able to train enough, and she detrained. So, but her deadlift looked like it's coming along fine. She's like, that was easy. I don't feel tired. That didn't even feel heavy. So that's a good sign, which means we can gradually ramp it back up. Now for me, that's my warm-up deadlift, and people are always like, Jason doesn't believe in warm-ups. Well, what do you mean? I'm warmed up right there. 405. That's my normal warm-up on a deadlift. If I'm going to only do 405 for a bunch of volume, I don't warm up, because why would I? I can pull 500 cold. Why do I need to warm up to pull 400? Warming up, the purpose of warming up is to prime your nervous system for heavier lifting. Now today, I didn't go all out on the deadlift, Yeah, it's 495. I did 4 reps, beltless. Held the last one to the top because I pulled that one. I'm like, could I do another rep or 2? Yeah. I feel like leaving one in the tank because I've got to do cardio today. I've got a bunch of projects I have to sort today. I don't want to be exhausted. So I said, okay, I'm going to pull these 4 reps. I'm going to hold the last one at the top for my grip and call it a day on the deadlift. And sometimes, especially when fatigue management comes into place, deadlifting with too much volume or trying to grind out that last rep, when you're not in a bulking phase, you're not gaining muscle, you're not gaining strength. That's how you bury yourself. I'm deadlifting to maintain right now. And doing 4 reps with 495 will maintain. They'll maintain my glutes, my hamstrings, my back. Brittany here, we haven't been doing lat pull downs for her for a while, but she's lost a lot of strength in her upper back. So we're doing this, just some basic hypertrophy work, like about 3 sets of 10 reps here, with that narrow grip on the lat pull down. Some people say, why is she using a narrow grip? Because she's had a lot of shoulder issues in the past due to, again, having had a corporate job, desk job for years, then doing all this artistic stuff, hairdresser stuff, hair and makeup artist. She really has to do everything with a narrow grip. It's easier on your shoulders. You get to move everything through a fuller range of motion, so you get more development. Move everything through a fuller range of motion, and it's easier on the shoulder joints. And some people always ask her in person, like, what did you do for your biceps? She's like, lat pull downs and rows. That's all she's really done for them. She doesn't curl, didn't do any of that, doesn't need to. And not everyone needs those exercises for their goals. She doesn't need them. So yeah, she's doing her narrow grip lat pull downs for nice high reps, and notice her upper back is coming back up pretty quick already. You're seeing a lot of detail coming back in there, so that's coming along good. And then I've got more of my rows, and yeah, I'm going light on the pin leg rows right now. I do a lot of chin-ups at home. I do a lot more volume for my back with chin-ups than anything. For me, the pin leg rows are just an accessory movement to get me a little more explosive on my deadlift and add a little more volume for my back and biceps and all of that stuff. They're not really an exercise I push that hard. I have pushed them hard in the past, and you guys have seen me do huge amounts of volume with relatively heavy weights in the past. I'm not using them that way. They're an accessory for me right now, and I treat them as such because that's what they are. So I don't feel the need to just hammer out on the pin leg rows really hard and treat them like a primary exercise. I know my exercise selection is low, so they kind of are a primary exercise, but I do so much other back stuff that I don't worry about it. Like I said, chin-ups are my primary upper back developer besides my deadlifts. So again, I'm using the pin legs just as a good explosive exercise. It's still a full body exercise because it does require the posterior chain to tighten up. All these stabilizers are involved. It's a good exercise, and it has good carryover to some of your pressing, and definitely carry over to your deadlift. And so it's just a good all-around exercise, particularly for someone who does a lot of cleaning like I do right now, cleaning weights up and everything. Again, it's just a nice supplemental exercise to throw in. And then we finished up with some hang clean and presses. And yeah, just like everything else, standing work. most of our work is standing. Again, it's about building your entire body. That's the way I train. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I'm interested in helping people in. So again, even this is a finishing exercise, a little accessory movement. It's all done standing. We hang clean the weight up, and Brittany's still working on her hang clean. But we hang clean it up and press it. And yeah, I mean, standing dumbbell presses like this are a fantastic overall exercise, fantastic accessory movement. For many people, they can be a fantastic primary movement. They build your entire shoulder girdle, build your triceps, your core. And again, like with all these other exercises, if you're having to clean all your weights up all the time for everything that you do, that adds up. It has an accumulative effect for making your entire body stronger, for making you more explosive, no matter how you lift it up, whether you're doing a full clean, power clean, a muscle clean, a hang clean. They all add up. You're cleaning weight up. If you're looking for power, you're looking for overall thickness in your body, overall strength, it's going to help. That stuff adds up over time. Cleaning weights up, doing stuff standing. That's what it's all about. Again, if you want to be more athletic, if you want to be stronger, those things help. And it might not seem like a big deal, but when you start factoring in, if you're doing 10 or 12 different sets of exercises every week that you have to clean into place, and you start thinking about that in terms of over the course of a year, that's a lot of cleaning, even with light weights. That will build your shoulder girdle up. That will build a lot of your support muscles up. It'll help you in a lot of ways. So yeah, it's the reason we do it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.